With GTA 6 now available to be pre-ordered, it shows that our extremely prolonged wait for this game actually has an end date. During this wait, two things really stood out to me: the graphics and the sheer amount of hype behind this game. Throughout the trailers and sneak peeks we got, we saw just how amazing this game looks, and it wouldn't be a very controversial statement to say that this game's graphics is the most realistic of all time. With that came vast amounts of hype, with expectations being so high from the community that it seemed that Rockstar had almost an impossible task on their hands. But somehow, each time they released a game, they managed to not only deliver on the hype, but to surpass it as well. That's because Rockstar goes way beyond just the visuals. They make meaningful characters that stay with you beyond the point of finishing the story mode. In fact, they often become cultural icons themselves and kind of impact society on a much wider scale.
Have you seen Red Dead Redemption? I'd rather make up some bullshit like, oh, Dave killed my dad.
No.
So, in my time waiting for GTA 6, I decided to hop on a game that did exactly that. A game that solidified Rockstar as one of the best game developers in the world, and a game that made one of the most iconic video game characters of all time.
Ice cold, man!
Niko Bellic, the protagonist of Grand Theft Auto 4, arrives in Liberty City after spending several weeks being smuggled into the country. Waiting for his arrival is his cousin, Roman, who is very excited to see him.
Niko, my cousin! I can't believe it, you're here! Welcome to America! Bravo, What?
Roman has promised Niko that the land of opportunity has been very generous to him, and waiting for them was luxury condos and fast cars. Oh wait, that doesn't look like a luxury condo to me.
This is the mansion?
Well, it seems like Roman may have told a little lie here or there.
Make yourself at home. What's mine is yours.
Where's luxury condo? Where's sports car? Where's Barbara with big titties and Stephanie who sucks like a vacuum?
But still, life's about perspective, and when you look at Niko's life, you can start to understand why things aren't actually that bad. You see, Niko grew up in extreme poverty and was forced into fighting during the Yugoslav wars from a very young age. During the war, he unfortunately lost his brother and aunt, as well as witnessing and participating in numerous horrific acts.
I killed people, smuggled people, sold people.
This left him with a cynical view on life, emotional detachment, and most likely very serious post-traumatic stress disorder. Yet, things got even worse when his whole military unit was ambushed and killed because someone sold them out. Niko and two others were the only survivors, and since then, Niko spent years tracking down these potential traitors, hoping that finding the traitor would finally grant him some peace. So, I guess if that's your reference point, then a cockroach here or there might not be the worst thing after all.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's not nice.
You see, Niko's character is designed to have a clear goal that provides him motivation throughout the story. On the surface level, it's money.
No problem, as long as the pay is good.
A level deeper, and it's revenge.
You remember me?
Pustime, ne poznaję cię. I don't know you.
Yes, you do. I'm the one who survived.
But there is another implicit motivating factor as well. We will look at that a bit later, but generally speaking, most characters in GTA are motivated by money in some form. In GTA 5, Franklin wanted money to better his socioeconomic status. Trevor wanted to build his enterprise and enjoyed the power that came with it. And Michael, although he already had plenty of money to spare, he still craved the actual pursuit of money itself. So it will come to no surprise that the main characters in GTA 6 will also be motivated by money. I mean, it's Grand Theft Auto after all. But what differentiates Niko from any other character is the stark indifference he has to money and how he obtains it. Often the most lucrative way for Niko to make money was to work as a hired gun, and it rarely bothered him who was the target as long as he was getting paid. In the end, this shows a vast conflict in the mind of Niko. I believe throughout the story, he struggles with his self-image as he desperately tries to stay away from senseless killing, yet continues used to receive praise and monetary rewards for his life-ending services. Therefore, people see him as a cold-hearted killer, but he sees himself as a mere cog in a system. Now, when it comes to these two, I hope Rockstar opens the door to exploring how these two see each other both in and out of the relationship, and how money changes these perceptions. I think it would be a disservice to just make them out to be this cliche Bonnie and Clyde duo where they just commit crimes and touch each other's thighs. By introducing internal conflicts of how characters view money and how they acquire it, can allow for some interesting moral dilemmas that would really engage players, either for better or for worse. Money is often quoted as the root of all evil, and often GTA characters uphold this saying to a certain extent. Niko does plenty of evil things for money, but does that actually make him an evil person? Instead, is it more of the case that in order to find the person he is looking for, he knows he has to do evil things? He knows that violence causes people to fear him or even respect him, and both can lead to more evidence towards where the traitor resides. And in Niko's mind, when he finally finds that traitor, only then can his mind rest and for the killing to stop. You see, even after each payment Niko receives for his services, there is hardly any evidence that he is using that money to improve his situation. Yes, you get access to different safe houses as you progress throughout the game, but it's not like you're forced to live in a huge mansion after killing someone like Franklin did. This suggests that money is only a means to an end for Niko, and his true motivations lie behind his own vengefulness. Seeking revenge for his childhood friends is basically the whole reason why Niko is in Liberty City in the first place. Each mission draws you closer to finding the traitor, and you get to see that tunnel vision that Niko develops throughout the game.
12 people died, 3 escaped. I know the traitor was not me. So for 10 years, I've been searching for the other 2. One of them lives here.
Why are you telling me this now? Do you always get sentimental after you kill people?
You kept asking.
Wonderful. You're here on some revenge mission for something that happened 10 years ago, and you don't care whose life you ruin anyway.
No,
Well, what?
I don't know.
Revenge itself is often considered a primal instinct that promises a form of emotional closure or control. It's also a feeling that motivates us to rebalance the scales of justice. In a group investment game, researchers wanted to find out whether revenge actually makes people feel better. In this game, a secret participant encouraged everyone to cooperate, but then cheated, earning more money at the expense of others. Most participants rightly felt angry, and when given the chance, almost all of them chose to punish the manipulator, even though it actually cost them some of their own earnings to do so. Afterwards, participants who took revenge reported feeling worse than those who did not. However, both people who took revenge and didn't take revenge believed that getting revenge would make them feel better. The findings suggest that people are poor at predicting how revenge will affect their emotions, and because of this, the researchers from the study argue that revenge keeps people focused on the wrongdoing, leading to rumination, whereas not taking revenge makes it easier to downplay the event, let it go, and move on. I personally won't be surprised to see that a main character in GTA 6 will be motivated by revenge, but with Niko we got to choose to what extent we fulfill his revenge by either sparing this man's life or not sparing him. As you can see, I chose a nice medium between the two, leaving him with just a few bullet holes. A mission later, we get to decide on another decision that brings up the final unique feature of Niko Bellic. Depending on what you choose, striking a deal with Dimitri or seeking revenge on him, you still end up losing someone very close to Niko. Now, you may already know who it is at this point, as this game is 18 years old, but no matter what you decide, the death of those people is inevitable. So, after all that killing, all that searching, Niko was just one step away from being free from that life. And at the last hurdle, everything came crumbling down. But when you finish the last mission, the underlying motivating factor really comes out. In the end, Niko craved stability, continuity, and assurance that he can live each day without the fear of someone killing him, without the constant reminders of his past life and all the awful things he had to do. Roman's wedding was supposed to be the point where things were going to change for the better. He finally had good people around him that wanted what's best for him. He had Roman, who was getting his life together, and Kate, who was quickly becoming Niko's trusted partner. And the way that the GTA 4 story ends makes us feel like Niko deserved better, and the fact that he was actually so close to achieving something better is a major reason for why he remains a prominent figure in our minds, even when the story finishes. The characters in GTA 6 will surely be thrown around by their chaotic lives, but having that underlying desire for something more meaningful than just revenge or money is what makes us truly connect with them as characters. In Niko's case, he arrived in America and continued killing, this time for more money. He continuously rationalized this killing and illegal lifestyle as he thought it would bring him inner peace later down the line. Yet the only time he was at peace was when he uncovered the underlying motivation behind his behavior. That kind of need for stability, comfort, to feel loved even. All of that was actually going to help him start a new life and leave the old one behind. But unfortunately for Niko, he was just too late to realize this. So in my mind, Niko Bellic is not just a character, he is a representation of both external and internal conflict. In fact, it's actually quite easy to dismiss Niko as a one-dimensional character, as you are often just carrying out orders, requests, or threats as a hired gun. But when you really take the time to watch the cutscenes, listen to the conversations in the car, and allow for him to grow as a character, you quickly realize his depth as a character in this game. GTA 6 will undoubtedly be the best-selling game of 2026, if it comes out then. It will also have the best graphics and the most detailed map we will ever see. Yet, if the characters are not up to scratch, the rest will mean very little. By taking notes out of Niko Bellic's book, Rockstar can make sure that they deliver on a meaningful character that is just as complex as they are memorable. And that is why GTA 6 needs a Niko Bellic.
Ooh, mystery man, strange and exotic sailor. What happened? Did your captain make you pregnant?
Screw you!